Happy New Year. If you're anything like me, I am very happy to see a new year ahead. Hello, I'm Stuart Baskin, pastor of First Presbyterian Church of Tyler, Texas. And this is your daily devotional for Thursday, January 1st, 2026. New Year's Eve and New Year's Day are not holy days for us Christians. Our Jewish and Muslim sisters and brothers do celebrate their New Year as holy days in their religious calendars, which, by the way, don't correspond to our common Gregorian calendar. Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish celebration of the Jewish New Year, while Ras Hashanah is the Muslim celebration of the Islamic New Year, both of which are based on a lunar calendar. For both Jews and Muslims, the New Year has religious significance in a way that it simply doesn't for us Christians. But just because the New Year is not a holy time for us doesn't mean that it is wholly insignificant. If nothing else, New Year's is a good time to reflect on the year gone by and on our hopes for the year newly begun. My friend and mentor Doug Ottati calls himself a cosmic optimist, a phrase I have adopted for myself. It means that even when I am pessimistic about the immediate future, I'm optimistic about ultimate things. It means that even when things aren't looking so good at the moment, I remain hopeful about how things will ultimately turn out. This is not pie-in-the-sky optimism. It is what Ottati calls hopeful realism. It means facing the immediate future without blinders on and engaging the world, even when the bad guys seem to be winning, but always trusting that God will ultimately, eventually, set things right. By any objective measure, 2025 was a tumultuous year, whether you liked the chaos it brought or not. It seemed like every news cycle brought news of some major shift in policy, and behind it all, a pervasive sense that the nation and the world are on the wrong track. It seems like every election cycle for the past decade or so had been about finding someone, anyone, who can set things right again. And no matter who takes charge, the same pervasive angst hangs over us. Maybe that's why we seem to get whiplash every 4 years from the radical and rapid changes that come our way. Frankly, it can drain our energy. But as Christians, you and I are cosmic optimists. We look not to the past, but to the future, and not a future defined by politics. Many of you know how much I love Romans chapter 8, especially the last few verses in which Paul reminds us that there is nothing in all creation that can separate us from the love of God in Christ Jesus. But this passage is set up by the verses that come before, beginning with verse 18, where Paul says, "I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory about to be revealed to us. For the creation waits with eager longing for the revealing of the children of God. For the creation was subjected to futility, not of its own will, but by the will of the one who subjected it, in hope that the creation itself will be set free from its bondage to decay and will obtain the freedom of the glory of the children of God. We know that the whole creation has been groaning in labor pains until now, and not only the creation, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly while we wait for adoption, the redemption of our bodies. For in hope we were saved." Now, hope that is seen is not hope, for who hopes for what is seen? But if we hope for what we do not see, we wait for it with patience. So New Year's Day may not be a religious holy day for us Christians, but it is a day that reminds us that our focus is always forward and that we remain ever hopeful, because our hope is neither in our political leaders, nor in the power and promise of science to solve critical problems, nor in markets that may or may not provide us with the economic security we crave, nor in anything else, save for the fact that we trust in the God of heaven and earth who holds the future in his hands. Let hope be our watchword as we begin a new year. And now may God continue to bless you and keep you in all that you do this day and in all the days ahead.